Hello again, YouTube. This is the Truth Man giving you the truth. And I'm talking about politics on this one, and it's gonna probably get a little harsh. It's gonna get a little harsh. You know, since I've been a kid, I've been forced to listen to political mumbo jumbo that I didn't understand. Let me fix my hat. Looking at my hat, let me fix my hat.
Take the next left onto West
I didn't
Park
understand what I was hearing. But as I began to see
Place. Continue
right
on
from
West
wrong,
Park Place for half a mile.
as I began to read the scriptures and I began to study the behavior of people, and I began to see the excuses that people make for some of their behaviors, I come to the conclusion that out of the two political parties, the two major political parties,
Turn right onto North 110th Street.
that neither one of them are perfect. Both of them have bad intentions sometimes. But in all fairness, the conservatism is the lesser of the two evils.
Turn right onto North 110th Street.
I'll tell you
Turn
what.
right onto Good Hope Road.
They are the lesser of the two evils because they are more
Take the next right onto Good Hope Road.
in touch with the teachings of the scripture. You know, they
In a
just,
quarter mile, use the right
Hold
two
on.
lanes to take the US 41, US 45 South ramp.
you gotta watch out for some of these people. They're just more in touch with the teachings of scripture. Marriage between a man and a woman. Pro-life. Faith-based. So on and so forth. Even though they can be at times a little inconsiderate, which is the reason why you don't want them to have full power. If Republicans have full power, they'll probably try to go after people's life insurance for everyday bills that some of their capitalist cronies create. So yeah, I'm a conservative. And if I went for politics, I probably would have to run as a Republican due to some of my ideals.
Take the US 41, US
But
45 South ramp.
hold on. Let me turn this off. But that don't mean I agree with everything with them. However, wait, before I say what I was finna say, let me just say this. Y'all think that every conservative is with Tucker Carlson? Tucker Carlson, it doesn't, allegedly, based on my observation, I'll say, it doesn't appear to like black people very much. So even though he's a conservative and I'm a conservative, all our views we don't have in common. Like, yes, I believe that people use their make excuses for their poverty, so on and so forth. But I don't think the solution is just one race of people running everything or one race of people being by themselves. So I don't agree with everything I done heard from him. Disclaimer. Next, deep into my subject matter that I want to talk about on this video, which is Democrats, liberalism, and their views. First of all, let's get one thing straight. This is a fact, what I'm about to say. It's not fiction. It's not just something that I done made up. Democrats want to control the way you think. Like, case in point, social media. like any of the social media that's ran by people with democratic views, if you say anything against it, they're going to censor you from now on. And I believe that's part of why I get censored. Like, I literally get censored. You know, I mean, they can have naked people on YouTube, but I can't say certain things. I can't say certain things in the United States of America, which is supposed to be freedom of speech. But yet people can be on YouTube naked. Naked yoga, naked this, naked that. That just proves that there are biases in play. And the media has a bias, for the most part, towards the Democrats. It might be a station or two that's for conservative views and Republican, but they just try to paint such a nasty picture. Listen, man, listen. Democrats don't do anything for black people, man. They don't do anything for black people. You know, they do things for poor people. They do things for other minorities, but they don't do anything to help black people directly. What do I mean by that? You got all this crime in the black communities in the United States, but instead you worried about what's going on in the Ukraine. Fix your own problems first. Like the song says, sweep around your own front door before you try to sweep around mine. And I wish Vladimir Putin would hear that song. You say, well, you with Vladimir Putin, you with Vladimir Putin. Man, what they do over there does not concern me. It don't concern me. I believe we got enough issues over here. We got issues over here. What they doing over there, that's between them. You say, well, you gotta listen, man. Keep on jumping in people's fights. Keep on jumping in people's fights. You ever been to that? Okay, I got another true story for you. And I didn't lose this fight, but this is just a prime example of what can happen sometimes. So one of my friends was fighting a guy that was not we was from the same neighborhood, but he wasn't a friend. Like, so we had the whole fight staged and planned. We knew they was gonna fight. Just like Biden knows things that we don't. So we knew they was gonna fight. So we said, well, it's gonna be a head-up fight. We made rules, we set guidelines, right? When my friend got a good hit off of the other guy, and we all was ooh laughing, they all jumped in it and started jumping my friend. So what do you think happened next? I jumped in it, and a couple more of us jumped in it. But in the process of me jumping in it, I got sucker punched from behind by one of his friends. That's what happens when you jump in fights. So be careful with that, Mr. Biden. If you don't vote for me, you ain't black. One of the dumbest things I ever heard, man. Since when do you have to be voting for Democrats because you black? Like, that's what a lot of people's problem is. I destroy people all the time in debate with this type of thinking. You can't beat me. Oh, man, I don't see how you call yourself black. You ain't rich. How you know what I got? How you know what I got? You ain't rich. Man, those are not talking points. Those are not political talking points. Those are the emotional talking points of women and certain groups, which I can't name because this ain't a free country anymore. Democrats got control over everything. So you know when Democrats got control, freedom of speech is out the window. Y'all know that. Y'all know that, but y'all always think, I guess black people don't want freedom of speech. I guess black people don't want the right to bear arms, even against some of the people that will attack you in your own community because you have things that they feel that they need, and they don't have the know-how or wherewithal or energy or mindset to work and get for themselves. But some of you, including some of other YouTubers, think that they can somehow push this pro-black initiative that all black people are brothers and sisters. If that was the case, then you might don't stop calling them black, start calling them Cain. Because they killing their own brothers and sisters if that's the case. Y'all don't like the truth. And then you got the same, oh, my people. Well, I have somebody do that. That's because you ain't a brother. Because if you was a real brother, then you would take what I'm saying into consideration and you would be real about it. But see, another problem is that a lot of these people that's talking, this, black that, we need to do this, we need to do that, they agents. They work for the Democrats. They work for them. So, of course, nothing's going to get done but talk. You're going to keep voting for Democrats, and your cities are going to get poorer and poorer and poorer. And you say, well, how you know Republicans? Listen, man. One thing I know about Republicans and conservatives, if you have a good conservative, the economy is going to flourish. The economy is going to flourish. I remember when I was working at the county, they said, oh, well, what's his name? Man, I'm forgetting his name. Not Tommy Thompson. Tommy Thompson did a couple things, good and bad, just like any other politician. But the other man, I'm forgetting his name. Shoot. It's drawing a blank in my mind. It's not Tommy Thompson. It's the recent governor we had. Anyway, he took away unions. And we lost our, ability for overtime, this, that, and the other. But at the same time, he had his bad, just like every other politician. He had his good. Like the city was getting beautified. The lake was looking good. Like he had his way more positive. Not Tommy Thompson. What's his name? Hold on. See, now I got to look it up. Because I don't like the fact that I can't think of his name. I don't like the fact that I can't think of his name. He was just in there too. Like, okay, hold on. Here, hold on. Recent. Yeah, Scott Walker. How could I forget that? So, everybody wants to focus on the few, which is Democratic way, because they can't win debates. They're horrible. They're all horrible at debates. I can show you right now what Democrats going to do. They're going to laugh. They're going to throw shade. They're going to mudsling. Laugh, throw shade, mudsling. That's not how you win debates. That's not how you win debates. Look at the major Democratic cities and then look at the crime rates. Look at the crime rates. You can say what you want about Texas, but I can name at least 50 cities with a higher crime rate than anywhere in Texas. 50 to 100, maybe more. Maybe more. And it's not to say that those guys are to be taken lightly. There's some tough guys down there. But the rules and the laws that govern the land of the state of Texas, a lot of those guys know that they'll get the death penalty. They'll get large sums of time, which when people know there's a consequence, they think more so before they act. And I learned this in corrections. Like, there wasn't many staff that had the control over their pod that I had. And the ones that were close, they gave consequences. The ones that didn't get consequences, just trying to be everybody's friend, which remind me of Democrat, trying to be the whole entire world's friend. It's chaos. Chaos in the land of the Democrats. Now, look, we got a Democratic president. They stole the Senate and they had a House. So what do we have? We have higher gas prices. We have inflation. We have a stimulus check, which I can tell you, I can show you my tax return, that they took money out of my tax return because of that stimulus. So he really didn't give us nothing. The same president that was going to give $650,000 to each immigrant. Now, if anybody that reviews this, if you are fair, you don't got to disagree. You don't got to agree with me. If you're fair, and these other conservatives who you allow to get their views, who say some of the same things, because they might be tied more so to you than I am. But if you fair with this, you'll let this ride. You'll let this play out. The fact of the matter is that Democrats try to control things that they don't need to be controlling. This is the United States. This is the United States. You have to be able to have the freedom to think and choose. As long as it don't promote crime and criminal acts. Like murder, like this, like that. But that's too much for them. That's too much for them. They want to, listen, Democratic way, like I said, when they debate, laugh, throw shade, mudslinging. When they make decisions, guilt trip. Oh, you ain't getting this, you ain't getting that. Democrats are always going to try to control. You don't believe me? Think of a Democrat you know. They're going to try to control everything. Think of any Democrat, anybody that's this a strong, devout Democrat that you know. I guarantee you most of them is controlling. They want to control everything. But that's not how this country became a superpower. That's not how Rome became a superpower. The United States need to look at Rome as an example. What happens when you start weakening in certain ways? Your enemies get stronger when you weaken. Because your enemies are training for you. And they're getting stronger and you're getting weaker. Just like Kim Jong-un, whatever his name is, the Korean president. His soldiers were breaking boards with their heads, just doing all kind of stuff. While the U.S. Why, I feel that you should. I feel this. I feel that, while they breaking boards with their head. While Putin walking around looking like James Bond. He looking like James Bond and acting like him. Yeah, I feel. Crying all over the place. Crying because Biden got elected, man. That's why I say education don't constitute intelligence, maturity, smarts. You cried for inflation. You cried for rights to the smallest groups. You cried against the capitalism that gave you what you have. Crying over everything. Everybody crying. And it's all right to cry sometime, but you a man, you shouldn't be crying all the time. I feel while you like the lion on the Wizard of Oz, you better not do nothing to the Ukraine or else. Putin slapped the United States in the nose like Dorothy slapped the lion with the fake courage. United States might as well just quit faking the funk and become whatever you trying to become, do it. And it's going to be complete chaos because everybody not going to agree. Some people ain't going to be controlled. They not going to let you control them. Your little race thing, the race thing that you built up through the years, once you fully try to control, that's going to definitely go out the window. And anybody on either side, white or black, is going to sound like a fool trying to talk that stuff. When you take the sovereign nation of the United States with all the freedoms and you start trying to pluck away the freedoms, you think, what's those guys' name down in the South with them long beards? You think they're going to be calling me the N-word? If you attack them and you attack me the same way, or you attack this person and that, well, I feel we need to be a globalist nation. Pure foolishness. You can't fight everybody's battle. You should be like, you know what they should be like? All right, hold on 1 second. And go and destroy crime in the communities here. Put all these dudes in jail. If they want to be criminals, put them in jail. Ship them out to space if you have to. Y'all worried about what's happening in Ukraine. And all of y'all everyday law-abiding citizens, that you need to stop being so docile and wake up. What you worried about what's going on over there for? And y'all hate Trump so much, y'all willing to give up y'all freedoms just so Trump wouldn't win. People was literally willing to give up their freedom so Trump wouldn't win. Just that's basically what you did. And that's a lot of stuff. YouTube and all the social media is basically cowards. They don't let people say what they got to say. I practically have to hold back what I'm going to say just so I can make another video on another day. But people is cowards, man. The cowards. Vote for this person. Is he going to take away crime in the black community? No. Well, shut the hell up then. Excuse my language. And matter of fact, speaking of that, for those who want to change, give them all the program. That's where the money should go. For guys that might have made a mistake, give them all the money. Put all the money into programs to rehabilitate them. And that'll be more taxes, more capitalism. It will make this country even more powerful. Allow them to go to war. Allow them to join the military. The country will become more powerful. Don't use them against people just because they don't agree with you. Don't use them against your own country. But allow them to join the military. Yeah. What's going on in the Ukraine? Let me check and see what Putin is doing right now. And on your own block. Pow, pow, pow. Just last night. Shots everywhere. I'm hearing them. I got to the point, I said, you know what? I don't even pay no attention to the shot. My knowledge, if you come, I'm wrecking something. I'm not playing no games. Like all these shots everywhere, they not doing nothing about it. The only people that's trying to do something about it is the police. And y'all against them. How? These dudes want to be criminals. If they don't want to change, ship them somewhere else. Let them feast on each other. The ones that do want to change, help them in every way. It'll improve society. Because you know they ain't going to stop making babies. Help them in every way. Y'all want these dudes to be right under my nose. And I'm supposed to be scared, which I'm not. And they come at me. Y'all got the paper and pad out on me. Now I know they got a job to do. They got the paper. I'll be like, look, man, what did I do wrong? I mind my own business every day. And they trying to take this. I agree with the right to choose your vote and to vote how you want. But don't vote to take anything from me. That's when you're supposed to say, well, you're supposed to know the issues and be like, well, like Tucker Carlson, if he wins, I'm not voting. Because he really doesn't, he has a unfavorable bias towards black people. Let's just be honest. Maybe me and him could talk about it one day and he could explain some of the things he say. He don't owe me no explanation, but still. But what you're supposed to do is not vote. Y'all voting based out of emotion, based on not like, but you really voting to take away guns. It ain't like you're going to take away guns out of the other people. Oh man, he took a briefcase in his house. I think we should do a home invasion on him. That's how these dudes think. But you want to take away guns from the people that will protect their little kids from these type of guys. And you want to advocate for these type of guys when they run up on correctional staff and they pose more of a threat to the correctional staff than the correctional staff pose to them. Y'all voted for people that's doing this stuff. And then I had one Democrat, this a friend, tried to tell me, I don't like them either. There's certain group, 4-letter group starting with an A. I don't like them either. Dude, how you voted in favor on the side of these? I mean, like, when you vote, you're supposed to vote based on principles and ideals that you want to continue in this country. The right to bear arms has always been a fact. And you fake pro-blacks, stop talking, well, the Constitution wasn't for you. How it wasn't for me. I can prove to you right now that the Constitution was for me, but I'll get censored, so I'm not going to do it. I can prove to you right now with something that I got in my pocket that the Constitution benefits me. So if you're going to talk intelligent. Talking about the Constitution don't benefit me. You done already lost the debate when you say stuff like that. When you bring up islands, E-islands, all that, that's not a legitimate tone. I destroyed a dude one time. He tried to bring that up. I got tired of playing with the dude, so I had to get him in debate. Like, man, stay in you think these girls think you think all these girls want you. Stay right there. Stay in that beta male lane. Because when you enter in this political lane, you're going to get shredded by me. The dude trying to bring up stuff that's not even valid talking points or valid issues. I'm looking at him like, dude, are you serious? Are you that arrogant and narcissistic? That's not a talking point. Gas prices, economy, inflation, right to bear arms. These are talking points. What Trump say he grabbed, that's not a talking point. At least he, I'm going in. I could talk about this forever. Stop acting like these Democrats are doing. Y'all ain't doing nothing to make this country better. Y'all look at the, and then y'all always blame game. Like, if it wasn't, well, the only reason why the economy is good because what I did. You didn't know nothing. You helped people that's on a whole different class. Trump helped people from every class. He helped the poor. He helped the rich. Who's Biden helping? Who did Obama help? Obama helped the poor? That's who he helped. Now, I'm not going to even sit and say he didn't do anything because he did. He did more than Biden. But he still wasn't good. And he still didn't help blacks. And black people cried when he got in there. I voted for him the first time. And y'all need to stop. Biden is not for black people. Biden, check his history. Do a Google search right now and ask the computer racist comments Biden have made. Since y'all want to focus on how racist Trump is, just ask the computer. And all of this stuff is going to come up. Tons of it. And this dude, if you don't vote for me, you ain't black. You must think I am a dummy. Because I know about you. A vote for you is a vote against me. Vote against myself. Every black person that voted for all of those Democrats, you voted against yourself. Unless you see poverty and crime as fun, leisure, and a way of life. Unless you see being able to choose schools for your kids so they won't get picked on so they can learn in peace as a problem. I'm done.